A very good Sunday morning to all our Sports Today family members. Actually, from the night time onwards, it's actually been Super Sunday because Group B, after all the drama, after all the weather interruptions, finally it has been sorted. And perhaps one rival's favor will forever be remembered in that particular sense. But before I get to all the permutations and combinations, the first major talking point has been on Virat Kohli. Now a question was posed to the batting coach Vikram Rathod over Virat Kohli's form. Virat Kohli, if you look at it, ever since the Afghanistan series, he's not set the stage on fire. He's just had 5 runs in that New York leg, but everybody is brushing it off because New York, it was an abomination of a wicket. Nobody could do well there, and that is why form concerns over Virat Kohli, that question had to be asked. Now, Vikram Rathod gave a very, you may say, witty remark to that. He said, I love when there is a question over Virat Kohli. Now, you are asking me about his form. There is absolutely zero concern. There is no concern whatsoever over Virat Kohli's form. Now, see, whatever has happened in New York, the pitch had nothing to do with it, but still the shots that he played, the intent that he's showing, being the team man that Virat Kohli is at this point in time, and because he follows that particular template, it might be only a matter of time before he turns it on. Maybe the Super 8s offers him a good opportunity because they'll face Afghanistan, they'll face potentially Bangladesh, and then they will face Australia. 3 games are enough for Virat Kohli to show his class. If India reaches the semi-final or the final, a Virat Kohli specials loading, maybe. That could happen at this point in time. Now, a lot of fans are like saying we have to make changes in the playing 11 because in the West Indies, you will need Kuldeep Yadav. Now, if you get in a Kuldeep Yadav, who goes out? The main consensus is that one pacer will have to go. Which is that one pacer? You can't drop a Bumrah. Can you drop an Arshdeep? No. Siraj looks most likely the situation that is there. Jadeja, Kuldeep, Aksar with Hardik Pandya, Arshdeep Singh and Bumrah going on that. So maybe that is a thought process that the Indian cricket team might be having. And suppose if Shivam Dube does not get to bowl much and if he doesn't perform well as a batter, who can be that next option? A Sanju Samson? Could be. But then the Indian cricket team, whenever we have looked at major ICC events, it's always known that if there is an injury or if people think that, okay, the management thinks the form is not there at all, then and only then they will make that drastic change. Is there a chance for Yashasvi to come back into the team for the Super 8s? We don't think so. India will go in with the safe and tried approach that, okay, we have got these many players. Dube is a left-handed option in the batting order. We will potentially stick with him throughout. Kuldeep Yadav, whether the pitches in the West Indies will aid him, it depends to be seen. Because see, Barbados, Vivian Richards Ground, Antigua and St. Lucia, all of them will offer something or the other. Will the team management be flexible? We don't know at this point in time. Despite all the weather interruptions, there was apocalyptic rain also at certain point in time. One has to salute the ground staff at the Vivian Richards Ground because we saw a cracking game between Namibia and England. Yes, the victory margins were there. 42 runs England won by. But because of the weather, and we did not know until 45 minutes before the cutoff whether we would have a game for a 5-over game, there was a 11-over game possible. That is why England managed to win, but it was a fitting farewell to one of the stalwarts of the game, David Wiese. He was going to play his last international game, and the respect that was there, that was shown, it truly indicated his contributions both to South Africa and to Namibia. Wiese has played in the IPL also, and his contributions will be really, really missed. We wish him well for the rest of his career. Marcus Stoinis. Big game player indeed. Forget IPL. When it comes to big game in ICC events, no one can topple the Australians. And here, in the game versus Scotland, 60 for 3 in a chase of 180 plus. Boy, it needed something special from Marcus Stoinis, and his 50 ensured he won the man of the match. He just stated there was a strong wind blowing across the ground, and that is why he utilized the conditions well and he managed to hit it out of the park. So Marcus Stoinis utilized the natural elements there and ensured that he continues his great form. For players who have played less than about 50 balls or more, he has the best strike rate, 180 plus, and he showed why he is one of the best. So Scotland have been eliminated, England and Australia are through, and that is why it's a big thing. 7 out of the 8 teams have been done in the Super 8s. For Pakistan, it was a case of what if in this T20 World Cup 2024. They are going to play in their last league game today, the last league game of Group A, Ireland versus Pakistan. But whether we will get a game in Florida, that remains to be seen, because yet again, whether the outfield would have dried significantly to ensure you get a game, that remains to be seen. Whether Pakistan and Ireland play out that, whether if the weather improves, is it going to be great? Let's hope so. Pakistan will not end the tournament on a high, but they are going back to Karachi at this point in time. On Monday, you will see the 8th team in the Super 8, because Netherlands are going to take on Sri Lanka, Bangladesh are going to take on Nepal. If Bangladesh win, then they are through, because Netherlands' net run rate is quite bad at this point in time as compared to Bangladesh. So that's why they will want to win this game and ensure that yes, they go through. Nepal, so agonizingly close, losing by 1 run. Had they won, they would have been in contention. But now it is only between Bangladesh and Netherlands. So Netherlands, they have to win versus Sri Lanka. Bangladesh will have to win versus Nepal. Whoever wins that and whoever gets the better net run rate, they will be D2. Most likely it will be Bangladesh at this point. Switching our attention to the world of other sports, yesterday the Euro tournament started with Spain demolishing Croatia 3-0. And if you look at it, Switzerland winning against Hungary. But the defending champions Italy survived a scare and they managed to win 2-1 against Albania. Spain, remember, Spain and Italy are in the same group if you have to look at it. So that is why that group of death, Group B, is really going to be interesting at this point in time. So it remains to be seen how Italy manage, the defending champions, whether they can manage to defend the title and become only the second team after Spain to do it. It remains to be seen. Now the Indian recurve archery team suffered a jolt in the last Olympic qualifiers as they failed to make it to the semi-final or the final stage. But the recurve team will still go to the Olympics because they are ranked number 2, and it's through the ranking system that the likes of Dheeraj Bommadevara and Atanu Das and all of them, they will make it to the Paris Olympics. Recurve, remember, is one of the disciplines that gives you a lot of Olympic glory, but unfortunately for India, they face the might of South Korea, and that is why Korea will be the ultimate stumbling block for them in archery when they do it. So that is why it is a huge feat that if they finish in the rankings at number 2, they will still go through to Paris despite missing out on the Olympic quota through the last qualifiers. So today, not much is at stake in the T20 World Cup except on Monday morning when you'll see Bangladesh, Nepal, and you will see Netherlands versus Sri Lanka. Will Bangladesh seal their spot, or will Netherlands do the unthinkable? Join us in Sports Today for all the latest news and updates. Subscribe to Sports Today, tap that bell icon so you know when we go live, and don't forget we're on Facebook, Twitter and Instagram as well. Bye-bye.